Hello, everyone. Welcome. Thank you for joining this session. My name is Isabel. I am an event planner joining you live from Sydney, Australia. Before we begin this session, we have a quick housekeeping. We're committed to fostering a welcoming, inclusive, and supportive environment for both our audience and presenters. While we absolutely encourage engagement in the chat, please let's keep our comments respectful, professional, and constructive throughout today's session. This session is being recorded and will be available to view on demand within 24 to 48 hours right here on the Microsoft Reactor YouTube channel. And if this is your first time attending a Microsoft Reactor session, please note that you must create a YouTube account in order to have access and interact in the chat. You can set up that now. If you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to us on social media or through our website. Thank you all for joining us on this session called AI-Powered Development Experience with Fabric Data Factory. I'm excited to introduce our fantastic speakers and will now be handing over the spotlight to them. Take it away.
Okay. Can you see my screen?
Yeah, we can see your screen.
Cool. Good morning, good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for joining our today's exciting session about how can you leverage the power of AI to develop your data integration experience with the power of the Fabric Data Factory. I'm Penny Zhou, and I'm the PM product manager from the Fabric Data Factory team. I'm owning the AI and Copilot related features. I have been working in Microsoft more than 7 years, and I'm mainly on the AI and big data areas. Grace?
Yeah, thank you, Penny. I'm Chunhua Gu. I also the product manager in the Data Factory in Fabric team, and we are working on a lot of AI-powered experience. So very happy to share the presentation today. Josie?
Yeah, my name is Josie Yang. I am the software engineer at Microsoft. I've been here for several years. I'm now working at the Fabric Data Factory. Thank you.
Okay, thank you all. So firstly, maybe some of you already know the Microsoft Fabric. Instead of you are not familiar what is Data Factory and what is Data Factory in Microsoft Fabric, I will give you a short introduction. So first, you can know that actually for the Fabric data, by using the Fabric Data Factory, you can use the best-in-class connectivity. We provide more than 180 connectors in our Fabric Data Factory, so you can easily connect your data source, whatever in the address SQL or in the Amazon S3 or in your local SQL server. We provide the connectors can help you easily get your data into the Microsoft Fabric, OneLake, or other destinations. So you can leverage the powerful data movement experience we developed, and then you can also use the transformation we provided in the Power Query to do the transformation to filter on your data, help you to get the data you want. And then you can use the orchestration. That means you can build the automations for your data pipe, use your data pipeline. Like you can make the ingest transformation be automated, run every day or at a schedule that you want. Then this way, all of these are empowered by the AI capabilities. So today we will show you how can you leverage the AI, leverage the Copilot to help you easily build up this solution. So firstly, I want to say, I think as we know, AI is so powerful, and today is really the area and the momentum for the conversational AI. And we can say that how powerful the artificial intelligence really helps to simplify our life and improve the productivity of our work. And I think if we don't learn the conversation AI someday maybe we'll be retired by the AI. Always has some people say. So that's really important to learn the power of AI and integrate the power of the AI to improve our productivity when using the feature of our product. So for the AI experience in the Fabric, today we already have the Gen AI and Copilot experience in our Fabric experience. The Copilot experience in our Fabric and Fabric Data Factory already be general available, so you can try that in your Fabric environment. And we also have exciting things is Fabric Data Agents. So agent is really popular in the 2025. So the Fabric Data Agents is also public preview. So you can also leverage this one to simplify your task and make your work more efficient. Yeah, this is also an exciting news. So previously, we always hear the feedback from customers like, oh, the requirement for using the Fabric Copilot is that the entry requirement is so high because it requires F64 plus SKU for using a Copilot. That means that the F64 is it costs about $8,000 per month. But currently, we will reduce the limitation. The customer only required to use the Fabric capacity that bigger than the F2 plus. Then you can use the Copilot and AI functions, the data agents, to communicate with our product. We also see that there are a big increase usage after we change the limitation on the capacity requirement. So this change happened after April 13th. Currently, you can, if your Fabric capacity is bigger than F2, then you can use the Copilot feature. Today in our session, we will focus on two big categories. The first category is about how can you use the AI-powered experience? How can you use the AI to help you extract your data from the unstructured, the text, either from the web or from your local tests. And all these are integrated with the Azure OpenAI. And the second part, we will show you how can you leverage the Copilot to work with our data factory, that you can help developer your data flow and data pipeline using your natural language interaction. So first, let's have a look at how some features of AI-powered experience. Yeah, so this one, if you use the Power Query, you maybe already use this one. This one is inside the Power Query. So Power Query is available in the Power BI desktop, in the Excel desktop, as well as in the Dataflow Gen 2 of the Fabric. When you use this one, when you want to merge two tables in the Power Query, there is some AI function enabled in the column mapping. So if you don't have the AI function, maybe you need to be familiar with the data to know which column can be merged either by inner join, left join, or right outer join. But by leveraging the Copilot will suggest, by leveraging the AI, this is leveraging the AI, some machine learning things, leverage the power of AI, it will suggest something on the suggested column that will be the best choice for you to merge on the tables. So you will get the column pair suggestions. Second one is also interesting. So this one is called add columns from example. Then the function is you only need to give several examples in the columns. The AI can learn from the sample you're given, then it will generate the other contents for you. So this is also very useful when you build some examples and some content that for your demo purpose or POC test. And this one is about fuzzy mapping. The fuzzy mapping is also interesting things. Is in the merge, we can also use some if you want to merge your tables, then there is also a checkbox called use fuzzy mapping to get the good performance. And in here, you can control the similarities that you want to get the merge, get the fuzzy matching options. So by using this way, actually, you can leverage the AI of the power of AI, the machine learning things help you to do some fuzzy mapping, and you can configure some settings like number of the matches and some mapping tables. It will show you how many rows is matched before it take action. So this is also very useful for you when you're doing some merge join mappings between tables. This one is, I think this one is also very super useful one for local machine. And actually, you can see the original file content, especially in the text, is kind of messy or not organized. But using the table by example, it can learn, give the two rows examples, then they can learn from the patterns from your data. Then it can generate the table or get a table before formatted using the sample data you provided. Like in here, I put the first row ID is 1, the make is Chevrolet, and the model is the Silverado 2005. Then the year is 2001. And second row, I also put a similar values. Then it learns from, oh, I really want this for column, then it generates the data format that I want. And that's one of the AI capability I want to show you. How can you extract the data from the web by examples? So this one is from the Dataflow Gen 2. This is from the Fabric Dataflow Gen 2 page. So in here, actually, you can, when you're using the web connectors, you have the option to choose generate data by example. Then you just, because you already entered the examples that you want, the web documentation that you want to ingest, like I will ingest this out-of-box connectivity to hundreds of sources. So for this one, it will ingest the data into here. Then I only need to input one or two rows of the column. Then it can learn from the pattern I inputted, the example pattern I enter in here. Then it will generate the example table by learning from the web example we shared. So this is also helpful when you want to capture something from the website to make it use as to make it ingest as the table format that you want. Yeah, so next part, we will share more exciting things about how can you leverage the power of Copilot to improve your productivities when you developing your Fabric data flows and data pipelines. And all these things you can chat with Copilot using the natural language to express your business requirements or what do you want to build. So I will hand over to Josie to introduction more.
Amazing sharing. I'm gonna start with an overview of how Copilot enhances the data factory experience. Copilot helps you generate data flows and pipelines, summarize complex logic, speed up integration with sample queries and the existing queries. And it can even explain errors with suggested fixes. It's a valuable tool for all users. Next slide, please. These Copilot functionalities in data pipelines are now generally available. In the next few minutes, we'll explore how these features enhance the experience, making it easier, faster, and more intuitive. So you can jump in and try them out yourself. Next slide, please. Copilot. Sorry, I think, can you go back to the previous one? Yeah, this one, thank you. So Copilot in data pipeline really comes down to three key things. The first, it helps you generate pipelines just by describing what you want in natural language. Second, it explains error messages and even gives you suggestions on how to fix it. Third, it can summarize entire pipeline so you can quickly understand what is going on. Next slide, please. All right, let's break down into the first one about the pipeline generation. With Copilot, you can generate pipeline using everyday natural language. Copilot will interpret it and scaffold the pipeline for you. For example, you could say something like, create a pipeline that extracts data from our sales database and loads it into our data warehouse, or connect the copy activity to the store procedure activity, or filter rows where the order amount is greater than 500. Copilot takes care of the structure and wiring, so you don't have to manually build each step. Another awesome enhancement is that Copilot allows you to update multiple pipeline settings at once, like the timeout and retry parameters, without having to click through each one manually. So it's really lowered the barrier to entry, especially when you are prototyping or working with unfamiliar data sources. Even for experienced pipeline builders, it speeds things up and makes the whole process more fluid. Next slide, please. Now let's move on to our first demo, where we'll generate a pipeline with Copilot. Next slide, please.
Customer report issues and making sure they reach the right support teams. To help with this, my team suggests setting up a data pipeline to automatically send emails about customer issues to the correct groups. I started by creating an empty pipeline and used Copilot to make this setup quick and easily. I simply asked the Copilot to find customer issues table in my address SQL database, then Then I want to check each issue's type. If the issue type columns contains pre-sales, the mail will go to pre-sales group. Otherwise, it will go to after-sales group. Copilot built most of the activities for me, so all I had to do was confirming the right data connection and table. Even though I wasn't familiar with the technical steps like lookup for each or if activities, as well as some variables, Copilot helped me to handle it. So I didn't have to learn anything from scratch. The pipeline has successfully run. My colleague also shared a medallion pipeline as an example, which helped me to understand how to better manage customer data. To safely experiment without touching our live setup, I saved a copy of the pipeline for testing. I updated all the destination connector to use my demo lakehouse connector, making sure I wouldn't affect anything in production. Copilot made this change easily just one prompt. I also want to improve the pipeline by making sure the copy activity wouldn't run too long. I reduced the timeout to 20 minutes and set it to retry twice if there's a problem. Copilot makes these updates instantly, saving me time comparing to do everything manually. Overall, Copilot makes it simple for me to create and adjust pipeline to fit my needs, all with minimal effort. I'm responsible.
Hi, let's talk about debugging. Sometimes the error messages are just a wall of text, and figuring out what actually went wrong has been a long-standing frustration for a lot of users. That's where Copilot steps in. It doesn't just show you the error, it breaks it down in natural language so you actually understand what's happening. And even better, it tells you what to do about it. Like if there's a data mismatch, Copilot might suggest casting a column or checking your schema alignment. It's kind of like having a senior engineer sitting next to you, pointing out the issue and saying, here's how to fix it. Next slide, please. Yeah, let's move on to the second demo, which is explain errors with Copilot.
And take a look at the error message. I'm seeing in the details that the pipeline had an execution error based on operation on target functions 1 failed. So actually this error detail isn't too bad. Let me just show a quick example of how gnarly some of these error messages can be. Let's go ahead and try ideas pipe, for example. As you can see, this error message is super long. It's got some information that's kind of confusing. I'm gonna go ahead and summarize this error with Copilot. Okay, now I've got a quick and easy understanding of why this pipeline's failing. It seems to be failing because of an expired refresh token caused by inactivity. Let's go back to the monitor hub and I'm going to go ahead and click the Copilot icon for error insights here. I've got a quick and easy summary of what the error is happening and recommendations on how to fix it. So I'm going to go ahead and start with step 1, which is ensuring the connection property is provided. So I'm going to go ahead and click Update Pipeline, just so the Copilot chat is still here so I can refer back to it. I see that I'm invoking a pipeline called conchu-udf, so I'm going to find that in my workspace. Here it is. Just as a reminder, we want to ensure that the connection property is provided.
Oh, yeah, I'll see here that my connection is actually, and let's save this pipeline. Now let's run it. We see now that it's succeeded, so our error suggestions worked. So this was a great example of how Copilot helps you. You can understand cryptic error messages, pinpoint the root causes of errors, and resolve issues faster with confidence. Whether you're new to pipelines or managing dozens of them, this feature helps you stay productive and focused.
Great. Let's wrap up with the last feature, summarization. Copilot can actually read through your entire pipeline and give you a clear step-by-step summary of what it does. Not just about the big picture, but also what each activity inside the pipeline is doing. And here's what's new. Each activity summary is now linked. So if you're reviewing the overall pipeline, you can just jump straight right into the details of any specific step. This is a small change, but it makes navigating and understanding complex pipelines so much easier. You can also save these summaries as documentation, both for the pipeline and for individual activities. That's super helpful when you are onboarding someone new, handing off work, or just trying to make sense of something that you didn't build yourself. Copilot highlights sources, joins, outputs, everything in a clean, readable format. It's like having your documentation written for you, but in a way that's actually useful. Next slide, please. Yeah, let's move on to the third demo. This will be a live demo that Penny will execute it. I'll hand it over to.
Live demo. Live demo is always exciting. So I will show you a live demo on how can we leverage the power of Copilot to understand your complex pipeline, and how can you also leverage this Copilot help you to document your data pipeline. So you can see this is a related complex data pipeline that are built by my colleagues that I have no idea about what does it to do. It's about some medallion architecture things. Then there is a Copilot in here, Copilot icon in here. It says summarize pipeline. So I can click on the summarize pipeline to check how the Copilot can help me provide the clear summary and what does the each activity did in here. So after click on that, the Copilot will learn from all the informations in the pipeline and help to generate the summaries in the advanced and the simple version that I able to choose. Firstly, by default is issue as the advanced version, but if you want to see a simple version, you can see the show less. So this data pipeline is mainly extract the data from the Azure SQL database and transform it into different values using the data flows and the daybook notebooks. After the transformation, they will load the transform data the into their lakehouse, and it also includes the lookup activity and for each activity. So if we want to learn more about the details, because I really want to build a similar pipeline like this way, so I need to learn every detail. Then there is really handy in this explanation in here. Like it gives me the great mapping before between the explanation in here and the raw activities in here. Like this one is extract data from Browns, so it's copy data from Azure SQL table and load the data into the destination, lakehouse, console, customer table. And then they're following with the four transformations. When I click on each transformation, you can very easily mapping me about what's the activity and the related transformation activities in the UI. The final part is loading the data into the golden layer. So I can click on each one to know the which activity is mapping to, and no more details on the UI settings with a clear summary provided here. So besides the great explanation summary generated by data pipeline, it also provides a very interesting context suggestion in here. Do you want to, first one is update your pipeline description, update your activity description. So we can know in each activity we have a description in here. By default, it's empty. So when the users seeing a data, when your colleagues seeing the data pipeline activities, maybe they don't have too much idea what's the function of each activity. But currently, we can leverage the power of AI. By click on this, it will firstly show you what's a preview of the summary provided by the Copilot. Like the extract data from Browns, the description is is copies data from address SQL to a sales in my sales customer table into the Lakehouse console customer table. So it's quite clear, and it provides all the activities preview summary in here. And it also provides the option in here for me to choose whether I want to use the Copilot summary to override my existing description. Like for some activities, when we develop some activities, we will enter some default description there. If I don't want to override the existing description with the new one generated by Copilot, I can uncheck this box. By default is checked because I don't have default variable, so actually I will also leave it checked. Then I can click on update. So it will just take several minutes, help me to update the content. You see the content has been updated, and when you click on each activity, you can see the AI description as being generated. And more useful thing is when you update description, you can see the AI generate description is available for each activity. So I don't need to navigate, and this is I can save it to make it take effect when the users come to the monitoring page. When they go to a monitoring page, they just need to hovering over on the activities. Then they can have a great idea of what does these activities function and what's the general function of this pipeline. So you don't need to do a documentation. The Copilot make a perfect documentation for you. And we also have update pipeline description in here. So by click on this one, I can also get a preview of what can be the summary of the pipeline description. This one is the pipeline will extract data from address SQL database and transform it in with the Dataflow notebook and also has some functions. I think the description is good. So I will click on update. It will also take several seconds to make it take effect. So after it's taking effect, then you can when you go to your the monitoring page, you can when you go to your workspace, then you can see the description of the pipeline you have been generated. So when the users go to your when the users go to here, they can see what's the quick summary of this pipeline. What does this pipeline did without clicking into the data pipeline? They can get to the brief summary. Yeah, that's a great functions that we already have, and you can leverage it to developer to help you understand your complex data pipeline and build the documentation for it. Then my colleague Grace will help to introduce the Copilot experience in Dataflow Gen 2.
Okay, thank you, Penny. So next page, please. So let me talk about the Dataflow part of the Copilot capabilities. So we had released a couple of functionalities already. So the first one is definitely using the natural language to create a brand new data flow, or simply just add a new query in the existing data flow So Copilot can intelligently understand what you need and with all the requirements in natural language. So secondly, if you want to just add a new step in the existing transformation, you can also use the for natural language to, example, add a column or filter rows, and much more by asking the Copilot that what you want to do, and it will turn to the Power Query language directly, which will help you boost your productivity a lot. Then the third part is similar as what the functionality explained before. So you can use the summarizing if your queries or transformation are very complex, and especially like shared by others or even did by yourself long time ago, and it can give you a summary of what happening. So this will be help a lot to understand what already work done. So the last, so all the three, the first three part we already announced the general available last year. So while we are continuously adding the new capabilities with the AI capability, we want to add any possible steps in the existing workflow so that help all the new work done by this. So we newly released the creating customer column with the Copilot part of the dialog. So when you are in the create custom column, so you can add a formula with the Power Query formula, but sometimes you are new to Power Query and it's hard to write the Power Query formula directly, or it's be like a very complex formula that you might difficult to write. So now we had added a new Copilot dialog in the create custom column. So this we are continuously adding new functionalities which help you, either with the new skills or if you are not familiar with the Power Query, etc. So you can easily describe everything in your own language, then turn into the Power Query language or the formulas by yourself. So let's watch the demo. Next page.
Welcome to this overview of Copilot for Data Factory in Microsoft Fabric. In this video, we'll explore how to enhance your creativity and data flows. To get a starter prompt for inspiration to understand and any step. This example, we've learned that the source is Northwind and the rows have been limited to only customers in the USA. Since we want to focus on orders and their details in this customer region, we will first join the two order tables together into a new query. A term like join, which is titled merge within Power Query, is easily able to be inferred. Now we'll limit our rows to only those Pilot pane. The visual cues and titles on the cards, such as filter rows, are designed to help new or inexperienced users understand the keywords they can type or the buttons to click. After scrolling through and inspecting data in the data preview grid, we want to focus on the shipper name and regions and their total quantities. This results in a group by operation now being applied in a total sum of our quantity column. We'll now change the region name to abbreviation using a text input, and then update the query title in the visual diagram view. This ensures an augmented experience where simple things like renaming things can still be accomplished with ease and based on the user's preference. Leveraging the power of Azure OpenAI, we'll now ask for a query with state names, abbreviations, and federal information processing standard state codes. In the past, this would have required us to OML table, create a new query with a web connector, and then apply necessary transformations. But now all of this can be achieved via text input, increasing the author's overall productivity. Continuing to enrich our data, we'll join the FPS table and the US orders table together into a new query. We can further shape our table by asking it to move column position headers to a more readable format by adding spaces with a single input. For many, updating column headers is a tedious task that must be performed one at a time, but is now possible in just a few words. Reviewing the data in the preview grid, we now see that a space has been added to each column, creating a rich calendar table for us by applying over 20 steps. In the past, this would have required numerous clicks, but with Copilot for Data Factory and Microsoft Fabric, it's done with just a few words.
Dataflows have great capabilities to help you add new columns. It has an extensive section in the ribbon that helps you create new columns based on the data of your table with your own Power Query formula. The new Copilot experience, natural language to custom column, is a revolutionary update to the custom column experience. Copilot will take care of the rest. With the new Copilot experience inside the custom column dialog, you'll find a special input text box marked with a Copilot icon, ready to turn your descriptions into actionable formulas. Start by describing what you want your custom column to do, in your own words and in your preferred language. Copilot processes your description, generating a custom column formula tailored to your needs. It can even add a name and data type if necessary. Copilot interprets these instructions and instantly generates the formula, saving you time and effort. Whether you're streamlining discounts or managing intricate calculations, this tool ensures accuracy and efficiency, empowering you to focus on your priorities.
We hope you've enjoyed the and in accomplishing complex tasks with ease. Welcome to this.
Okay, thanks for watching the video. So to summarize, with the Copilot, we want to empower you to do more with less. So basically, discovering all the power of the AI and provide the contextual support whenever applies. And finally, basically, is using your natural language to define whatever description or outcome you want to drive. So with the powerful capabilities behind leveraging the full potential of AI. So thank you for everyone joining us today. Next one.
So we are open.
Hi, everyone. Thank you so much for such a great session. We appreciate your time. And thank you to everyone at home that joined us today. If you missed any part of this session, you will be able to watch the recording in 24 to 48 hours on the Microsoft Reactor YouTube channel. Thank you once again to all of our speakers today. And I also just want to pop in this slide right here with us. If you want to scan the QR codes and join the Discord AI community or the GitHub discussion boards, please feel free to scan the QR codes, or in that case, also access the links that are being provided. But aside from that, I will wrap up today's session now, and we hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Thank you, everyone.